This next subject can only be introduced by yoga woman. All right, so I don't know why it's not. Why is it playing? Anyway, she is. Is it not playing? Well, you guys can't see her, but here she is. Let's see if it plays this way. All right, there we go. We got the military rolling in behind her. I don't know if you've seen this video, but she's doing her little dance. Everyone got all excited, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's a military coup happening behind her. And actually, it turned out that it literally was a military coup. I was like, whoa, why? What's going on with this? I got to find out more about this. And then, I've been busy. I had a buddy in from out of town, one of my childhood. He's one of my best friends, hands down. Shout out to Fernk. I know he's listening right now. And it was, so I haven't been in the news. I haven't been paying attention, but I wanted to look into this story a little bit and see why. Why did they do this? Because there's always a reason, right? And even Disclosed TV said, just in, Myanmar military says voter fraud justified coup. What? Voter fraud? Voter fraud, you say? Well, whatever do they mean by voter fraud? I'm curious. What do you think the first thing that came into my head was? What voting systems did they use? What voting systems did they use? That's what I want to know. And someone actually, while I was thinking this, someone posted on my tweet, because I just tweeted it out. I'm like, what's going on? What's this? The plot thickens when you realize they use Smartmatic machines. And I was like, no way. Did they? And then the same person, Drunk Batistava, thank you for that, posted this tweet from Smartmatic. Myanmar heads to the polls in November. Read some interesting facts about this election, which will see many firsts. Well, how would they know that it's going to see many firsts? That's weird. I was like, you know what? I got to go see if this tweet's real. I don't know if it's real or not. People can fake tweets. I don't know who this person is. It's not like it's a verified user. But I wanted to... Okay, it's not Dominion. I see a lot of people saying Dominion. Dominion and Smartmatic are actually competitors. It's not the same company. And in fact, I have found that Smartmatic was only used in Los Angeles County. I believe that's the only reason why. But this is what I find really interesting, all right? So this tweet here, right? September 26th, 2017. Well, so I went to Smartmatic. On their Twitter feed, I went all the way back, and all of a sudden, it ends October 5th, 2017. A week after this supposed tweet. It's like everything before October 5th was scrubbed. Okay. Conspiracy theory time. What? What? Wait a minute. Okay. So this person got this tweet. I don't know who it is, but it pertains to Myanmar, who used Smartmatic, claimed, or I haven't found anything else linking Smartmatic to Myanmar. I've been trying to find it. I can't find it. But the fact that Smartmatic has this end October 5th, 2017. I can't go further back, but we go to the top. They've been around since November 2009, and they don't have any tweets before October 5th, 2017? What? Okay, that's a little weird. It's like they wanted to get rid of this stuff. What's this? Myanmar's leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, I don't know how to say her name, detained by the military? Party spokesperson said, look at this. That's interesting. Why would they detain her? What happened? What did she do that, what's this? Oh, I don't know. This is just some picture that just randomly popped up of her. Is that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama? Yeah. Holding hands, intertwined hands. Wow. I don't know what that means. That's interesting. But they arrested her for some reason. Excuse me, detained her. Interesting. Myanmar's military staged a coup Monday and detained senior politicians, including Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. That's how I'm going to say it. A sharp reversal of the significant, if uneven, progress towards democracy of the Southeast Asian nation has been following 5 decades of military rule. An announcement read on military-owned Mayawati TV said the military would take control of the country for 1 year. It said the seizure was necessary because the government had not acted on the military's claim of fraud in November's elections, in which Suu Kyi's ruling party won a majority of the parliamentary seats up for grabs, because it had allowed the election to go ahead despite the coronavirus pandemic. In fact, he did have I say he because it was a guy that represented the military, came out and had a press conference essentially saying, look, it was a pandemic. We couldn't see if it was legitimate or not because everyone was locked in their homes. And this is what they're giving the public, mind you. You know, they're saying like it wasn't a normal election. Nobody could go out and campaign. So, of course, the incumbent's going to win. Obviously, that didn't work in our case here in the States. But it's interesting that they basically said, we don't want to maintain control of this country. All right? We don't want to maintain control. We want to adhere to the democratic rule of law. That's what the military said. They said, we're only going to do this for a year so that we can allow the people that want to run the ability to run. Now, remember, I don't know if Smartmatic had anything to do with this, but when I'm looking at this, certain things are unobtainable on the internet. I can't find stuff like what kind of systems do they use in Myanmar, and was it Smartmatic? I don't know. I find it odd that, you know, their whole Twitter feed just kind of stops all the way back at October 5th, 2017, which is a week after this proposed tweet here. Myanmar heads into the polls. Obviously, this was September of 2017, so it was a while ago. But is it real? Who knows? But martial law was declared in Myanmar because it seems like they have been justified by voter fraud. But yeah, they pledged to hand it back. Here it is. In his first televised speech since last week's power grab, General Min Aung Hlaing said the country's election commission and civilian leaders have failed to properly investigate allegations of rigging in November's election. In order to maintain and protect the democratic system, Tat Matau, the armed forces, in line with the 2008 Constitution, declared a state of emergency. The army has announced a 1-year state of emergency and on Monday imposed martial law in parts of Mandalay, sections of Yangon, and other townships following nationwide demonstrations against the coup, which, interestingly enough, had people holding up Black Lives Matter fist signs. What? What is that? Wait, how? Why? What is the correlation there? I don't get that. I don't understand. So I'm looking into this stuff more because I'm paying attention to it because I feel like what happens there may directly affect what's going to happen here or what is happening here. You know, the Senate today said that, yeah, we're going to go ahead and impeach Trump, even though he's not president anymore. We're going to impeach him, which is ridiculous. And it's opening the pathway for them to just impeach whoever. If they can impeach private citizens, they can just impeach whoever they want. They can impeach me. They don't have a reason to, but they could. Why not? They want all of the power, period. They just want the power to control who gets gets the power because they want to keep all the power. So they need to control who comes into the power because they need to regulate them and have power over them.